Good morning, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is not legal advice, and I'm your host, TINLA. Let's get a sense of what the theme for this week will be whenever you find this, but it is, as of right now, just before the end of Cancer season, so that's why we're starting with you this week. Happy birthday, and let's see what's going on. All right. We've got energy shift. Number 37, so maybe you're 37 this past month. Maybe number 10 means something to you. We've got real estate, home, house, and I will tell you this card came up quite a few times during the pre-shuffle. Could be born in 1989, could be, maybe July 3rd is your birthday. Just throwing it out there. Let's get another one just to get a sense of things. Okay. It's a trick, a scheme to deceive you, deception, gaslighting, and manipulation. You know what? I gotta get one more after that. I can't leave it on that sort of thing. And we've got ascend to the highest level of human existence. All right, so it seems to me, Cancer, that this week you've got a lot on your mind in terms of not just your home life. You might be looking at buying a house or you refinancing, something like that, which, first of all, we are still technically in Mercury retrograde until, I believe, tomorrow or Thursday, Thursday, 23rd. So not a great time to enter contracts. There could be a Gemini in your life that you feel is tricking you or manipulating you. But whatever it is, you need to be very careful that whatever you're dealing with, it could be in the home. It's a trick. It's a scam. It's something is afoot, and it's just not right. And again, it could be somebody within your home you feel is deceiving you, or gaslighting you or manipulating you. Just keep an eye out for that this week. Also, these two cards, both of them now, we have energy shift and ascend to the highest level of human existence. And this is telling me to really focus on yourself, your own spiritual journey, your wellness. We have both a female and a male character here, so it really doesn't matter which gender or sexual identity you have. It's irrelevant. It's more about the human experience. And it could be, though, that with these rainbows, which of course are symbolic of the chakra system, perhaps you're somebody who is coming to a better understanding of maybe your sexual life, your sexual orientation. That could be applicable to some or all of you. But, take it as it resonates for you. I'm getting just generally on the whole that by focusing on yourself and your spiritual development, you might be able to see and understand and maybe uncover some of these internal tricks and risks. So that being said, I'm going to use my deck here that is the Trash Panda deck in honor of Jimothy, who is the local celebrity of, well, not local, but he's a celebrity of late. He's adorable, little creature raccoon thing, special kind of guy, and I definitely recommend you Google him if you've not seen him. He's a lot of fun. So anyway, let us find out what Spirit has to say about these things. Look, Two of Cups, which is telling me more that what you're dealing with might be an interpersonal relationship, justice. All right. There's some kind of karmic justice perhaps coming. Ooh, I'm feeling it here. Let me just get a card and then stop here. Seven of Pentacles. So, okay. These are two different connected messages, but still slightly different. This Two of Cups and this Justice card, it's telling me that you have a situation with somebody that you feel like you've been sharing your life with, your truth with, your emotions with. And it's a dangerous situation with this owl. I mean, the owl is flying really close to the fire. It's maybe making you wonder, is this really an equal give and take? And with the Justice card here, this is Libra energy. So we have had Gemini, we have Libra, so a lot of air energy so far impacting your reading. The scales are going to be balanced, and they're going to be balanced by truth. So here you have the Moon, which is about lack of clarity. It can be a divine feminine energy, but it's generally speaking illusion. So what it's telling me is some of that illusion is lifting away. These clouds are moving out, and you're going to start to get a clarity. And what I'm getting is if only you look for it. If you can see beyond the fire, maybe of the passion that you're sharing with this person. And again, they're not sharing it. They're not exchanging the cups evenly. One person is pouring out more to the other. So just be very careful that you're not blinded by, I'm hearing like the hearth, the hearth of the home, that you're not blinded by that you're not seeing the wisdom perhaps of what's really going on here. This is all going back to that issue with the real estate, the home, the trickery, the chicanery. With the Seven of Pentacles, you're planting something new, or at least you're thinking about it. There's something, and almost like meditating over it. So there's something very That's the sense I'm getting. It's you know, once you see this, I think there's going to be a level of disappointment, which is understandable. But also, I think Spirit is saying, don't forget that, you know, you are the center here. You have a center, and that center is your spirit and your connection with Spirit. And don't neglect that because of what disappointment may come in this arena, whether it's, again, you're not buying a house, or you're trying to buy a house, it's not working out, or if it's the relationship within your home. You know, you're looking at planting something new, and it's the right time for that. And I'm getting that the planting you're doing is a seed within yourself of growth, and perhaps this clarity, this almost karmic justice that's coming along is going to help you with that. Can we get some clarity on what it is that this person is planting? Just some more information, please, Spirit. What is this person, my Cancer friend, what are they planning outside of liking, subscribing, and sharing? We all know that's going to happen. But what are they planning? Oh, Five of Wands. Look, it's a tussle. I'm here, it's going down. You know, sometimes you got to fight it out. And sometimes, you know, I'm hearing like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And then, of course, you couldn't put all the pieces together again. All nice horses and all nice men. So that's what I'm looking at here, is like you are just really, you're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to tumble down. It's going to have to crumble. It's very Tower energy to me. And I'm also getting here, this is like Queen of Wands. You know, this is a, you know, an inner knowing. Maybe even a High Priestess a little bit. This is giving me here 10 of Pentacles in a lot of ways. But let's take a look. So your new start is going to not be easy. If you're going to be taking action in the coming week or even the coming couple weeks, based on this new clarity you're achieving, this wisdom that's coming in, assuming you choose to see it, you are going to be tired. You're going to be disappointed, but you're going to be ready. You're going to have to be ready to fight. You're going to have to be ready to really stick up for yourself and be willing to ascend in that way. Let's take a look here also. Next, we've got some clarity on that 5. Look, 3 of Cups. You might find yourself surrounded by friends who are very supportive of you in this. And I hope that they are. I hope everybody has supportive friends that can kind of brighten your day as you're going through this sort of battle for your, I'm getting battle for your soul, right? In a sense, you know, your freedom, your, you know, just something about this is very heavy. And I'm almost getting that you're like, once you go through this disappointment, the struggle, and with the support of friends, we get by with a little help from our friends. I don't know, I'm hearing that too. You know, you are going to be able to rise. You know, this is almost like a floating, ascending body with this energy shift. And so I feel like there will be something arising. Tell me, Spirit, what is the next likely action this person will take? Cancer, what is the recommended next likely action? The moon. We're talking the moon again. But here, if you look, the moon is completely clear. The clouds are out. You've got lights on each side, very hermit energy. And you got your 2 raccoons on each side and a lobster, which, you know, maybe you just like lobster. I know lobsters are usually in the moon card, but I've never fully understood the rationale for that. I'm sure I've had explanations given to me, but it just doesn't stick. And that's fine. Maybe it's just melted butter is making it not stick. But anyway, these raccoons are together and they are, you know, coming again into their own light here. It's very hermit energy-esque, where they're very much just, again, they're embracing their own light, their own wisdom, and they're getting clarity. And some of that illusion is fading away. So again, normally the moon would mean illusion in the sense of, oh, the illusion is there. But because of the trend here with the clouds, I'm getting that the illusion can fade away here for you. And maybe even fade away for the other person. I think I'm hopeful, I'm feeling that this is indicative of Spirit saying, look, by you being brave and embracing the truth and the reality of the situation and that wisdom and seeing the situation for what it is, both of the individuals involved here in this 2 of Cups are coming to a degree of clarity of what is going to bring them to their highest good. Let's find out what's the outcome in the coming week. What is the outcome at the end of this week? And by the way, this week is, I'm doing this on July 21st. So, you know, probably through like July 28th. But, you know, whenever this finds you, it's a timeless message. So, you know, do with that what you will. Oh my goodness. Just so many things coming out. And that's what I'm feeling. It's like there's so many things coming out here that were undercover. I'm not going to take all these cards because that's just a lot. But what I am seeing here is with the Ten of Swords, you have, I don't know, okay, story time with TINLA here. So Ten of Swords traditionally is the ending of something, right? And here you can see this raccoon is the ending of its existence, its corporeal existence. But there was a story about how I don't remember what city it was in. There was a raccoon that had been battered by a car, and we'll just say that didn't make it. And the city, for whatever reason, had not cleaned up the poor animal. And so the city folk thought, let's just create a memorial to this thing and see how far we can take it. And so that's what makes me think of this. It's almost kind of comical in the sense of like it's a tragedy and it's an ending, but there's something kind of cheeky about it, something kind of comical, almost like, what are we doing with this thing? Like once the reality clicks, it's like, what are we doing here? And look, you got the raccoon, the same one almost, that one right there in the picture, the memorial picture, very much this raccoon, okay, that's planting the thing. So it's almost like the memorial is for this version of you that was, you know, continuously starting over is what I'm feeling in this context, different from here. Here, it's like you were sad that you had to kind of start over, but here it's like an ending to the you who was the perpetual fixer, the person who was always trying to make things work in this relationship. And once you see that, like, oh, what was I doing for all those years? You know, it's almost kind of like tragically funny in retrospect. And then on the other side of that, like ascended from that, you have the Magician. You know, you are ignoring this temptation or danger behind you, and you're moving forward to manifest a better life for yourself. You know, people will say to you, well, what do you bring to the table? Well, I got some dyes, a s'mores on a stick, a spork, grape soda, purple drink, and a banana, because, you know, gotta have your potassium. You don't want to have muscle cramps and so forth. But what is the advice, Spirit? Give me some advice on how this person can maybe move on from this Ten of Swords moment. What else would you have to say, Spirit? Okay, a couple of things here. The Four of Swords, healing, recuperation. Two of Swords, carefully considering what you want to do, what road you want to go down now. And by the way that he's carrying out his little gumball machine and his s'more on a stick, which here's the wand, I'm getting a sense of you're moving out of this home. And this could just be in the next week. It could be happening all this week. Like this could be something that's already in motion, or this could be the path to that. But let's see how it goes. But I'm just saying right here, there's movement. So again, maybe you're moving into a new house eventually if you're buying a house. If that's your message, you know, take it for that. If that's not your message and you're feeling more like I have some trickery in my own home, some deception, some unhappiness, you know, that's the rabbit in the hat, is this unhappiness, which is like a really terrible magic trick. You know, get some rest, recuperate. And with the leaves, definitely feeling autumn here, you know, it's going to take you a little bit of time, but you're going to find yourself in balance here. Your ships are coming in, you know, the beach is looking great, you're in the sunshine, you're having a grand old time there, enjoying things, doing the stingray shuffle. So, you know, it may result in you moving on with your life, taking the things that are valuable and precious to you, regrouping, you know, and rebalancing and finding out, you know, hey, there's that hobby I put down because I didn't have time dealing with the nonsense. Here's this group of friends that I didn't get time to hang out with because of that. And you're much happier now. You're much happier. I think that's the message. Oh, and this was upside down, right? And by that I mean it was flipped over just now. This is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant it can be spiritual wisdom, guidance. I mean, of course, we've got this little trash panda. He's got the keys up here to his little, looks like a toy car that you give to a child. And his little acolytes. So maybe this is, okay, maybe this is you, and we get, again, leaves coming in here. You know, the autumn changes, where you're rolling in as mom or dad, you know, visiting the kids in this situation on the weekend. With the Hierophant, it's a commitment. You're committed to maintaining this relationship with your children. If you have any in this relationship, maybe it's your pets, you know, that you're going to find an amicable in some way eventually solution where, like I said, you're going to get that clarity with the moon card. That's a clear moon. It could also be that you are going to have something happen within the next full moon, which would be, let's see, it's July 29th. So that's roughly the next week. So that could be an indicator for you in terms of timing. But just be careful in the next couple of days as we come out of Mercury retrograde in terms of entering contracts, what your communications are. And I'm feeling the need to grab just one more deck. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm feeling here. Bear with me. I'm getting the yes/no deck, but I can't seem to put my hands on it right now. So, interesting. Evidently, I was not meant to have that. So let me see if I can grab a message for you. And I don't normally use this one, but it's sort of a yes/no deck. So think of your question, whatever you want to have answered. I mean, obviously don't tell me, but not that it matters. This is a one-way conversation right now, which isn't really even a conversation. It's just me blabbering into the ether. But anyway, Cancer, tell me in the comments what your question was, if it makes sense, or what's going on with you. Would love to hear your comments. It always means a lot to me to see these things resonate with you. And I do private readings, which has been my passion, especially of late. So anyway, we're back in action. And here is the answer, my loves. Yes. So, yes. I got that, there it is. I'm done. Alas, we're over. So have a beautiful week. I wish you all the best, Cancer. Happy end of your birthday time. And next, I'm moving on to your fellow water sign, Scorpio. So I will see you soon. Bye-bye.